Hello and welcome back. It's me, and today we're talking about how predatory the American tax prep industry is. Um, I'm just gonna give you a quick abstract right now about it, in case you don't feel like watching the whole video. So stick with me just for a minute here. This is something that really gets under my skin. So basically, the gist of what I'm talking about today is Intuit, the parent company of TurboTax, and H&R Block, how they earn billions of dollars a year in revenue, which doesn't need to happen at all. The US government itself is fully able to provide taxpayers with free filing software, and yet Intuit and H&R Block spend millions of dollars a year preventing that in order for continued business on their end. They're predatory. They are parasites. Do not use them. This is a call to action right here. First of all, don't support any politician that has supported tax prep companies. Second of all, call or write to your local representatives, senators, or governors, or any other local politicians, because they do keep track of who calls and who writes about what issues. Your voice does matter in the American government system, political everything. As much as it feels like it doesn't, you do have power here. Third, boycott them. Boycott, boycott, boycott. They deserve to be punished. This is absurd. Do not use Intuit or H&R Block at all, if possible. I understand that it might not be possible for you, but if it is, please do not use them. Seriously. They steal money from people. That's how they make billions of dollars a year, is off of a system that shouldn't even exist. Every other major country in the world just tells their citizens how much they owe or how much they're getting in a refund. And not here, because of these companies. And lastly, if you still must use them, if it is still too convenient for you to use H&R Block or TurboTax, please, please, please triple check that you are indeed using their free versions. Because they have gotten into lawsuits already about misleading people over what is actually free. Anyway, that's the abstract. Let's get into the game now. I'm gonna be playing Eve. We're gonna try and beat Blue Baby. I know that's a... you're not familiar with this channel. Maybe that's kind of a wild jump, but let's get into it and talk about a pretty depressing part of America, honestly. I love this country. I do. Maybe it doesn't seem that way from everything I've just said. There are absolutely parts of this country to complain about. But it is because I love this country and the people in it that I feel so passionate about this. It's not just that, I have to file taxes and it's inconvenient for me, and so I, get real upset at these companies for giving me a slight inconvenience. That's really not why I'm upset. Yeah, I'm annoyed, but what really, really frustrates me is how this is a multi-billion-dollar industry that, again, shouldn't exist. I'm going back for that chest. I'm just... Ugh. And again, it's not just these companies that are the issue. It certainly is when talking about taxes, but part of the reason why I'm so passionate about this as well is just that this is a good representation of some other problems in America, namely that America is less of a republic or democratic republic and more of a sort of corporatocracy, where businesses matter way, way more than people. And it frustrates me to no end. Of course, I am exaggerating slightly, but it certainly feels this way at times. I hope you understand. So let me give you an overview of how taxes in America work, if in case you aren't from America or something. In which case, I'm a little envious. Why is this floor so big? Basically, every single year, you have to file your taxes with the government. And regardless of how you do it, you more or less have to reintroduce yourself to the government completely. The government knows, the government has on file who you are, what you do, and how much you made, and generally how much you own as well. But the way the American tax system works is you basically, have to fill in all that information year after year. Why does it work like that? Oh, I don't know, maybe it has something to do with the fact that Intuit repeatedly blocks the IRS from allowing people to fill these in automatically. Oh, that's actually perfect. And, oh, I should have used my 2 of clubs earlier. Whatever. It's infuriating. So, yes, you basically have to reintroduce yourself to the government a lot. Wow, that actually had the reach. I'm impressed. And I have the bombs, I might as well. Let's see, you have to fill out potentially hours of forms. The average American takes well, I already said the average American, but Americans take on average 6 hours per year to file their taxes. And again, that's on average. Some individuals with more complex tax situations may take days every year to file their taxes. Which is why if you have the money, you typically hire someone, some service, to do your taxes for you. Yeah, okay. I'll take it. I'll see what I can do with it. And of course, all of this disproportionately affects low-income households. Because if you could pay to have someone file your taxes for you, then you probably aren't low income. Now, in theory, what makes tax prep companies in America good is that they can fill in all of the reusable information for you, and they also have experts on standby who are able to... Okay, I was looking for you. They have experts on standby who can aid you with any tax prep. Makes sense, right? Sounds in theory like kind of an okay idea. But then you have Intuit. And we will absolutely get into some of their biggest issues and scandals. Let's see. Wow, that worked. Who's in here? I guess I'll take you. I don't know, man. Let's see. Now, with everything I'm saying today, I want to make this clear. This is not an indictment of the American tax system in general, believe it or not. Compared to the rest of the world, America actually has taxes, income taxes that are on the lower end. And also, in America, it is relatively extremely easy to start a small business. So again, there are some great things about the American tax system in general, but when it comes to handling your income tax returns, again, we have these companies that offer to do it for us, which are actually highly predatory. And that's just kind of the norm here, unfortunately. Let's see. So, Americans know full well, completely aware of just how bad the tax process is already, which is why there is, every few years, always support to change the IRS or oh, okay. Make changes to the IRS, that's it. Not change the IRS, but you get it. Make changes to the IRS to allow, for instance, free filing programs, or for the IRS to fill in data that's already known about people. Because, again, like, the government already knows the vast majority of the information that's relevant to filing your taxes. They already know all that, so they don't enter it, though, because... actually, I don't want that. Because, again, there's been lobbying to prevent them from doing exactly that. Die, please. Lots and lots of bombs. Ugh. Whoa, alright. Yeah, I'll accept that. And I will... Oh, yes! Worth. Get out of your pin. Ow. Very nice. Let's see. So, according to OpenSecrets.org, which is a 501c3 charitable organization. I don't have a bird anymore, I just realized. In 2024, Intuit, the parent company of TurboTax, spent $3.72 million lobbying the U.S. federal government. And similarly, H&R Block in 2024 spent $3.16 million in lobbying. And if you're not totally familiar with lobbying, that's basically the legal way to bribe politicians in America. That's effectively what it is. You have politicians who are earning upwards of $80,000 a year by agreeing to support TurboTax and Intuit in making filing taxes harder for Americans, so that Americans are more likely to use TurboTax or H&R Block. That's just the way the game is played. It sucks. I wish I had my bird again. Stop. I mean, I could do that, but oh well. I need some tier rate. Let's see. Also, according to reports, Intuit made $16.29 billion in total revenue in 2024. Now, of course, that is revenue, not profit. They had a supposed operating cost, or reported operating cost of $3.63 billion. Operating income, I should say. Oh yes, I can do that, can't I? Oh, wonderful, thank you. Where am I going? Not here, that's for sure. The Associated Press estimates that, Intuit and H&R Block, as well as groups like Americans for Tax Reform, have spent a total of nearly $40 million in lobbying since the year 2006. That is a lot of money, all spent with the intention of making life harder for Americans so that they buy their products. Yeah, I'll take you. I want to leave now. No, you're not interesting. Oh, great, this buddy. Oh, you should be dead pretty soon, actually. Yeah, nice. Sure. This is a pretty good run so far. So, the total picture that we have here is basically that whenever anyone suggests reform that would actually help Americans file their own taxes for free, Intuit and H&R Block, at the drop of a hat, are willing to spend millions out of their billions in revenue in order to keep Americans confused and desperate for help when that help should come from the government itself, but they're literally sometimes not allowed to. Thanks. I'll keep the razor blade. Oh, I am pretty beefy, aren't I? I shouldn't say beefy. I'm pretty, damagey. Let's see. Now getting into more specific, it's not really a scandal, but, I don't know, bad PR? Things that Intuit and H&R Block desperately want to hide about themselves? Sure. I have too many bombs. Most of this is going to be about Intuit, but some of this will pertain to H&R Block. But to start off with, we have the... Oh, yes. That was good. To start off with, we have the fact that there were some internal documents released about strategies of Intuit that come from over a decade ago, but they're apparently still being used today, about how Intuit purchases op-eds in particularly African American and Latino media. They purchase op-eds, they purchase stories, and they come up with these opinions that read something like this. If the IRS is allowed to provide free filing for people, it will make black people poorer. They have actually claimed that without any real justification. That's just something they frequently say, apparently, because they're trying to create fear and confusion. Did you know that... I can't remember now if it was Intuit or TurboTax, but one of them claimed to be feminist now. Isn't that great that they care about women and force women to file taxes just the same as men? How modern of them, I guess. I don't know. Well, there we are. Actually, I don't even need to use bombs on you. I can just trail blood. Yeah, that works. Can I get an angel room now, please? Good, good. And a different pill? Sure. Whoa, 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 whoa. We got both? Ow. Let's see. Oh. I'm not going to be able to make the boss rush, am I? Maybe not, but hopefully I can get Lush, I guess. This run is really good. It'd be a shame to not get one of those. Although I could really do with tier rate. Oh, well, I mean, full health isn't actually that bad, all things considered. Let's see. I also need to mention the Free File Alliance. So what is the Free File Alliance? I'm using you. I need my bird for this room. The Free File Alliance, what is it? It is a group of tax prep companies operating a public-private partnership with the IRS that allows taxpayers to file their taxes for free. But do you know the history of it? Do you know why it is or is not used? Oh, thanks. Basically, I believe it was created in 2003, but wasn't really, didn't partner with the IRS until 2006, something like that. But basically, Intuit didn't like the fact that the IRS was considering creating free filing options for people. So Intuit said, oh, don't worry, federal government, we'll actually work with you for free. That way you don't have to make your own software. And that's what they did, and it sounds okay on paper until you realize that Intuit spent an enormous amount of effort hiding their free filing software. Oh, I didn't need to use that. Whatever. Ooh. Yep. Okay. That's fine. More bombs. Great. I'm getting... Actually, I should have just used the Emperor or something. I do want to make boss rush. Why have all of these floors been so big? What is going on, dude? Die already. Oh, great. There you are. Stop it. I'm just... Ah. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I guess. Odds of boss rush. Slim. Slim. Very slim. Odds that the secret room is here. Pretty high. Broken stopwatch, not worthwhile. Oh, I'm too small. That's what's happening. Cool. And I have enough money. I have no reason not to get that. Hi, Loki 1. How's it going? Stop that. I want to read my notes, but I want to rush too, because boss rush. Ah. Thank you. I'm gonna take those, and... Finally, a tears up. How close am I? If I beat Mom in, like... I don't think it's worth it. This is like, for how fast my character is, this is like the slowest I've ever gone through just all of the levels, really. Oh, uh-oh. Pay attention now. Pay attention now. Oh, thank you. Of course, it's another dead end. I've just been hitting every single one of them today, haven't I? Money, 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 money. I don't care. I don't care. Money. Another dead end. Great, thanks. Yeah, appreciate it, bud. Zoop. Oh, come on. And yeah, I have the keys. Oh, I was hoping you'd be you know... Oh, that's good. That's meh. Oh, yes, please. Yeah, I know, thanks. It is always a horrible night to have a curse. Sure. I'm being risky. For the bisky. I will read my notes again as soon as I feel not rushed, which might take another minute here. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you. Yeah, that's pretty good too. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Great. Okay. I'm always so greedy in this game, aren't I? Oh, nuts. Oh, good. I have a full heart to spend. Can I hit mom with mom? Probably not, right? Yeah, probably not. But this could make quick work of whatever boss is next. And we are going up, correct? Yes, we are going up. Okay, so I've mentioned the Free File Alliance last. And I said that it was created in 2003. I don't think it partnered with the IRS until 2006, right? Well, it was largely created by TurboTax, again, to prevent the IRS as part of their agreement to not create its own free filing software, but then TurboTax hid its partnership with the free filing program, like, as much as possible. ProPublica found in 2009 that TurboTax... Sorry, not 2009, 2019... Uh-oh. Found that not only was TurboTax unlisting its participation from Google... Ah, great, this isn't it. I'm backing out. In other words, if you go to turbotax.com, it doesn't actually link to their free filing program. They have no links to it. It is a separate website altogether where you can file your taxes for free through TurboTax. That is some pretty evil stuff right there. You participate in a program to get the government off of your back because, you know, your business shouldn't exist in the first place, but then you unlist that free software from, or free service from Google. That isn't the only thing they did. They also apparently misled people by something to do with their military discounts was very misleading. I didn't look into the full details of that. But they did settle in 2022 for $141 million. So I don't know, maybe they really were in the wrong or something. As crazy as that sounds. Intuit and H&R Block, great, Curse of the Lost. Intuit and H&R Block both left the Free File Alliance in 2021, saying that it was successful enough on its own, but these two companies jointly provided about 90% of the, what's the term, market for free filing. So I don't think it's doing so well. Something tells me if 90% of the market just leaves the ability, sorry, I'm getting awkward here. Okay. If 90% of the market just stops allowing Americans to file for free, you know, that really is going to affect stuff. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. I think I'm going to the Blue Womb this run, if I can get there in time. Oh, thank you, Bob. Oh, poor way. Oh, and I forgot to get my damage back. Oh well, I'll save that for next floor, actually. I have pretty good damage even without the Whore of Babylon effect. Yeah, I see you. Double. Uh-oh. Missed. Thank you. I really hope I'm getting there. I certainly am. Fantastic. Bob, don't do... Okay. I was real worried for a second there that Bob was gonna betray me. But Bob would never do something like that. Go get him, Bob. Uh-huh. Stop doing that. You're scaring me. Oh, and there we are. Crow baby, huh? 3 minutes left. Jesus juice, that is fine. And we go to the Blue Womb. Okay. Let's see. So, when they left the FFA, the Free File Alliance, in 2021, they did so in order to advertise their own quote-unquote free products. Maybe you know where this is going. Oh. Let's see. I'll take you, I guess. Money is useless to me now. I say, and then I'd probably get, I don't know, like a... What's it called? Money equals power. Oh, boy. And, yeah. Yeah. This might be great. Now, here's a fun little lawsuit. I mentioned it before, but in the way TurboTax did this, the way Intuit, the parent company of TurboTax, did this, was as follows. So they left the Free File Alliance, right? And now I hurt myself a bunch. In-game, in-game. Oh, that's good, that's good. Their participation with the Free File Alliance is what created TurboTax Free File, as it's called. However, they left and instead created TurboTax Free Edition, which sounds the same. It is not the same, because as it turns out, TurboTax Free Edition was very, very rarely free for any of its users. They intentionally misled people with the name, not just the name, but with almost every step of the process of filing taxes. They kept guaranteeing that it was free, that you had to pay nothing, and it turns out it wasn't, because right at the very end, they would charge you like $50 or $60. I have a personal story where the same thing happened to me with H&R Block, except it was a little more my fault. A little bit. Only insofar as the fact that H&R Block didn't actually guarantee that they were free throughout the entire process. I just made that assumption based off their software, but then right at the very end, they're like, oh, actually, yeah, we need to charge you $50, and we didn't mention this at all any time before, but don't worry, we'll make it nice and convenient for you. And it's like, I don't care about the convenience of paying you money that I didn't mean to spend. And of course, being the lazy American that I am, I went ahead and gave them the money. But I regret it now. So many hearts. Oh, let me use that as well. Let's see, in 2024, the Federal Trade Commission accused H&R Block of deleting customer data in order to try and steer customers into paid plans when ordinarily they'd be eligible for free plans. Isn't that scummy? And I guess I'll take that and... yeah, sure, we'll go with this. And we go up. Again, deleted data of customers that would ordinarily be eligible for their free filing plans in order to try to force them to be part of their paid filing plans. Super, super scummy. Oh. And again in 2024, okay. Getting rid of that guy, getting rid of that guy, getting rid of that guy. Good. I'm good without those things, thanks. A second Bob item. Although it's a trinket, but still. Wow, Bob saved my life there. No, not really, but kind of. Also in 2024, numerous tax prep companies were found to be sharing their user data improperly and possibly illegally. Isn't that nice? You know, they have access to, like, every important piece of information about you. I mean, maybe you don't consider that information important, but banks do, which means if this data is shared improperly or illegally, people could very easily be opening bank accounts or taking out loans in your name, affecting your permanent credit score. Possibly even creating some very tricky legal situations in your future. And, you know, to top all of this off, it is also worth mentioning that Intuit's biggest complaint, the single biggest excuse they use to prevent Americans from filing for free is the argument that, oh, it would cost the American taxpayers too much to develop an IRS program for this. Too much. Wow, that was my 100th small rock I broke. Yay! How much would it cost? Well, according to the Institute on Taxation and Economic Policy, ITEP, they estimate that it would cost around $300 million total. Sure.
Shot speed up.
Thank you, voice. $300 million total in order to develop a program like that. And here's the real kicker. You know how much Intuit makes on credits for research, tax research each year? They made $106 million in tax breaks because they were conducting tax research in 2023. They say that $300 million is way too expensive for the American people to afford. Meanwhile, they effectively got the federal government to give them over $100 million just in 2023 alone. Not even including all the other years. 2023 alone, because they were conducting tax research. What does tax research mean? It means basically market research, or they're improving their own app. Which, you know, in a way, doesn't sound too bad until, again, you realize that their entire system doesn't even need to exist. It exists at the expense of the American taxpayer. It's so infuriating. It is so frustrating. But it is not the end. Let's grab that, and here we go. Because there are 3 ways to file. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, that wasn't great. It shoots straight down? What? Did I ruin my run? Maybe? I can't tell. I have no idea how much damage I'm... Oh no, Bob. I just realized what Bob is doing now. I feel like this is okay damage? I don't know. I'm confused. Anyway, there are programs to file your taxes for free, and I really need to be careful about Bob now. Nice. Oh yeah. That's Bob going to work right there. So, through this previously mentioned... okay. Free File Alliance, the IRS has allowed filing for households with let's see, sorry, I'm not a tax person. Let me look up the term. Okay. There. Give me something nice. What's the term? It's not adjusted gross income. Is it aggregate gross income, AGI? Something like that. Ooh. Yes. Okay. Ah, Bob still got me. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a minute. That could be pretty good. Bob, get him. Dang it, Bob. Anyway, if you have an AGI of $84,000 or less last year, that is 2024, you are eligible to file for free through the IRS directly. I mean, you might need to double check some of those, or your specific situations, because it's a little complex how it works. But generally, if you've made $84,000 or less in 2024, then you are able to file for free, through, again, this same system mentioned previously, that is the Free File Alliance through the IRS directly, but it's because of support of the Free File Alliance, if that makes sense. But that's not where this story ends, because the IRS has... Oh, okay. Dang it, Bob. Oh boy. The IRS has been developing a program which is called Direct File. So we have IRS Free File, which is through the Free File Alliance, but IRS Direct File, which is fairly recent. This is the IRS's response to TurboTax, or Intuit, and H&R Block leaving. Oh, yes, I need that. Sure. This isn't really gonna help me, is it? We'll try, we'll try. Ooh. Normally, Hemolacria makes for a much better run than this, but whatever. It's what I've got. Bob, get him. I really want to fight Mega Satan, but I don't think I have the build for it, because this is just kind of weird and sad. But I should still try. And I should still continue exploring the chest, because I don't want to do this multiple times. Bob, get him! Slow on the uptake, Bob. Bob aside, I do have, oh. Whew. I do have, I guess, a decent build, kind of. It's just weird. I have decent damage reduction, I guess, thanks to all of my orbitals. Stop it, get him. So again, the IRS Direct File has now existed for a few years now. It's the IRS's response to Intuit and H&R Block leaving the Free File Alliance. Both Intuit and H&R Block still lobby millions of dollars a year against it, because, you know, it threatens their business model, which shouldn't exist at all. But the current state of IRS Direct File is that if you live in one of the, so far, 25 states that has adopted IRS Direct File, then you can do your taxes with the IRS directly for free, even if you don't meet the qualifications for the IRS Free File. Oh. You had to fail me there, Bob. You just had to, huh? There we go. Oh, cool. More range is good. Bob. Oh, Bob. Ugh. This is weird. Oh, that's gonna give me a soul heart, right? That's unfortunate. Oh, you know, if I die, I'd better die to Bob. That's an unlockable. And it may happen at this rate. Get him, Bob. So, anyway, that sort of wraps up everything I really wanted to say. It's just that these companies really are parasites. It's infuriating to deal with them, to see the sort of scandals that they're up to. Let's see. I don't think I want anything else. We'll just go. See how we do. Please keep in mind that with all this discussion, I'm talking about federal taxes, and in the United States, you need to file both federal and state taxes. So, your state taxes may also be handled through IRS direct file, but they may not. Just keep those things in mind. Some states have free file options for their state taxes already. Some don't. Be informed. Try not to be misled. Because, again, these companies have shown a willingness to try to mislead people. They are not your friends. These companies are not your friends. They are not your allies. It does not matter whether they say they are feminist or whether they say that they are pro-LGBTQ. It doesn't matter. They're a mega corporation that values profit over people. And they have a history of it. It's just, the whole thing is frustrating, you know? And again, to touch on this again, what is so frustrating about it specifically is that this is just one pretty good example of American corporatocracy, as I've come to call it, where, like, you know, we think we live in a democratic republic, but really it seems like businesses and shareholders are the real first-class citizens here. And it's depressing, it's upsetting, and it's concerning. There are real consequences to businesses having more rights than people. But this is the country that I live in, and it is the country that I love. I don't mean for that to come across any other way. I really do care about the American people in this way. I don't want to see a billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry spring up around something that doesn't need to exist. That comes at the expense of the American people. I hope some of my passion is able to rub off on you, and I hope that you were able to be educated, at least a little bit, in some of these matters. Because I think they matter. Where's Bob? Can you go shoot already? Oh, hi. Well, okay, there's that. That was just enough time for you to... Fine. Okay, phase 2. Well, phase 4, or whatever, 5? I don't know. You think I pay attention to this fight? I can't tell... Oh, it's my orbitals that are blocking. Ah, that's why. Hi, Bob. There are some aspects of life in America that suck, and this is just one of them. There needs to be more awareness of these things, of the fact that there are some free options available, because these companies, H&R Block and TurboTax, try their hardest to hide useful information from American people, from American taxpayers, in order to use their services, of course. Because in the end, it's all about the money, isn't it? I don't like this attack. When's Bob coming back? There you are. Go get him. Ah, thank you, Bob. And we go to the void. Yes, that is another challenge unlocked. Only a few left now in total. But if I can get Delirium done here, then You know, that's less time that needs to be spent in the future on Eve. And it didn't look like I had any curses for this floor, so that's a nice change of pace. Bob. Whoa. Please, Bob, no. How did he dodge that? He dodged it again. What happened? Oh. Oh. Bozo. Oh, yeah, that was a big guy. I wonder if my range actually does anything. I'm very curious what mechanically about this build is causing it to be so awful. Anyway, whether you are American or not, I hope you can share in some of my frustrations, and maybe you've learned something today. Maybe. Great. That was the super secret room. Interesting. Who's sucking me in? You are. Stop sucking. Please? Okay, there we go. Hematemesis sounds like a terrible idea. Thank you very much. I'll just use you here. Whatever. Oh, don't like this room. Bob, you missed! What hit me? I can't see anymore. I don't need glasses. I'm telling you I don't. Oh yes, there are a few other things I wanted to mention, not really relating to taxes, but things that I owe you for, dear viewer, even though I know that I don't actually have any viewers, really. Maybe I will today. The world! Oh. Huh. Huh. Okay. Not delirium, not delirium, not delirium, not delirium, not delirium, not delirium, not delirium. And delirium over on the left. Okay. Cool. I'm glad he made this nice and easy to find him. I noticed last episode there were times where the frame rate was real janky. I looked into it a bit, and I believe that is because my computer was actually running out of RAM. But it's a very strange situation, because I've kind of known about that for a while. Oh, great. And unfortunately, I think it might be Windows. Bob, how could you? I'm sorry that happened last time, that the frame rate got so wonky. There really isn't much I can do about it in post. Okay, cool. There was a chance of a crawl space. The frame rate issues existed in OBS, to be clear, not in the game itself, otherwise I would have noticed it. It also wasn't in the rendering, either. Sure. I don't like fighting this guy with this build, but whatever. Yeah, touch the knife. And again, I've known that there's been some sort of memory leak on my computer for a while now. I am one of those people who doesn't restart their computer more than like once a week. And it looks like I may have to change that now because from what I can tell, the only things I have open that could be causing this, reliably, consistently, the only things I have that could be causing this are web browsers, which I doubt, and Windows itself. Considering there were already several issues I had with running Windows 24 H2. Ooh, I'm glad that worked out. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Windows 24 H2. It's not great. Oh wow, that did work. I already had issues with it where it spiked my idle CPU usage up to 15% from 1%, so that was very noticeable. I had to roll back some drivers in order to make it compatible. That was very fun. Where's Bob? You've turned into my main weapon. Yeah, yeah, Bob is working pretty well for me, admittedly. Oh, Bob. Okay, good, good. Whoa. Bookworm. I guess I'll use that. Let's see. There were also issues when I first downloaded 24H2 with Wi-Fi connectivity, which is, you know, wonderful. Yoink. Damage. Nice. And probably speed, since nothing increased visibly. So, I'm really not sure why this most recent version of Windows seems to be so shoddy. And I was tempted to do a history of Windows as well, just because I wanted to express my upsetness as well with that, in addition to taxes, you know. But I'm not sure there'd be that much, and that it wouldn't be particularly interesting either. Just that I've despised Windows's propensity of silently installing updates in the background and hogging both Wi-Fi and CPU usage in order to do so. And then not even having very stable updates. It's frustrating. Ooh! Now, I don't want death, really. I'd prefer a full health if possible. Like I had for Mega Satan. But, whatever. I'm working with the best I've got, I guess. Oh, get him. Well, that didn't kill like I was hoping you would, Bob. I've got to say, Bob, your work performance has its highs and lows today. Whoa. I'll keep that in mind, actually. That's pretty great. Cool. Okay. Wheel of Fortune, the Magician. Let's see. I'm gonna also apologize for stuff in recent episodes. I did accidentally say that the singular of the Latin AE ending I was US. I am very sorry about that. That's absolutely incorrect. The singular of I is just A. That is the singular of the plural AE is made singular by replacing it with just A. The plural of US is I, like cactus versus cacti. But then there are some weirder ones as well, of course. Oh, hi. Yeah, I will take you. By take you, I mean use you now. Bob, get him. Bob, there. Bob? Oh, if I still had Bob's, bladder, or whatever it is, then I think I'd have the Bob transformation now. It's kind of wild. I don't think I've ever had that one. No, maybe I've gotten it once. I can't recall. So many rainbow enemies this floor. Oh, great. I'm not interested in the tick. Okay, great, wonderful, thanks. Do I really want the magician? What were you? The stars? I was keeping that in case I didn't figure out where delirium was, but that's a little behind me now. I'll keep death for the moment. Actually, I'll take safety cap. Okay, empty room. Weird. But I like it. I like some of the empty rooms that they've been adding in recent updates. I think it's neat. Ow. One more thing I wanted to apologize for, and I don't know how I got this so wrong, but it was a simple oversight, please believe me, is that I said that the power series of the exponential function started at 1 instead of 0. Don't know how I could have been so wrong about that, but I was. And I am ashamed. I accidentally indexed it over the natural numbers instead of indexing it over the natural numbers. I hope I made at least one person laugh with that joke. Maybe someone did, maybe. Oh, cool. Full health? Yes! That is exactly what I needed. This might be a win. I wasn't certain. But I got the pill I needed. You know, if I really wanted to optimize this, I could go back for the lucky toe at this point. Hello. But I'm getting tired of this run now. Delirium runs are always just so long, you know? Ooh. Get away from me. Okay. From what I can tell, I am doing a massive amount of damage up close, but I really can't tell how much. This is such a strange build. And again, I have no idea what the interaction is that's causing it to turn out this way either. Oh, okay. Oh, and now I'll use this. So I know that I was extra passionate today about the topic. This is not the only topic I am so passionate about. And again, I want to reaffirm the fact that I'm not passionate about this because it's an inconvenience to me. I mean, I don't like inconveniences, but I'm passionate about it because this is an abuse of American politics. This is an abuse of the American people. This is misinformation at its finest for the sake of corporate greed, of all things. So what else is new, I guess? I don't know. I'm getting a little sloppy with health here. Oh, I wish I had... I guess I couldn't have known that I'd use a rainbow poop. It just happened. Maybe it could happen again. Who knows? We'll see. You know, after I win, I guess I could end myself with Bob. It's a little morbid, but I could make it work. But I'd rather not. It'd be funnier to die naturally and unlock that one item. What is it? The spewer from that other Edmund McMillan game that I have played. I just forget what it's called. I think it's Spewer. Lil Spewer? Whatever. I am allowing myself to be extra sloppy here because I have the full health still. Key. Thank you. And there we are. Alright, successful run today. Only a few challenges left to unlock. But that will do it for today. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. I hope you got angry about this, because people deserve to be angry about this, in my opinion. And again, be politically active. That doesn't mean, like, participate in protests or demonstrations necessarily, although you certainly can do that. But, like, write to your local representatives. They do care. They care what people care about, because they care more about being reelected than earning extra money from lobbying. So if you make it clear to them that you won't support them if they accept lobbying money from TurboTax, then they're gonna listen. Even though it doesn't feel like they will, they probably will. It makes sense for them too. Just a reminder that Intuit also owns QuickBooks, Credit Karma, and MailChimp. So again, I really do suggest boycotting these companies outright. So not just TurboTax, but QuickBooks, Credit Karma, and MailChimp as well. Even if that's inconvenient, they're just such a deplorable company. And one last thing I want to say, not related, and in fact, is, Valentine's Day is this Friday, and so the next few days I will be focusing on that. I will be talking about biblical marriage tomorrow, in fact, and so if that's not something you're totally comfortable with, I don't blame you. If you're in a period of your life where you're just not super comfortable with that topic, or if you've been through a lot of pain, I get that. So I don't blame you if you skip tomorrow, but I'd encourage you to come back Wednesday when I talk about singleness in the Bible, because these are interesting topics, and it's important to be informed about these rather than just assume you know what Christianity and what the Bible says about these. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you later. Take care.